Hi, I'm Pam Heller, AccuQuilt's cutting expert.
And I'm Erica, AccuQuilt's embroidery guru.
And today, something wicked this way comes. We're introducing the Go Halloween Medley Die to our seasonal die collection. Let your imagination go wild with this one, quilters. We're talking home decor, cute gifts, seasonal party decorations, and so much more. The Go Halloween Medley includes a spider, a ghost, and a witch's hat. It's on a 6x12 die board. All the shapes range from 4 inches to 4.5 inches, making it perfect for charm squares and a great way to use up your scraps.
Even better, this die comes with free embroidery download in 3 stitches. Here's the satin stitch.
I love this.
There's also a blanket stitch and a motif stitch.
And that's in addition to the Go Fright Night pillow pattern included on the packaging. We're going to show you how to make that later in the video.
These applique shapes will go perfectly with some of the medleys and piecing dies already included in the collection. Just look how cool this looks with our 6-inch spider block.
Hey, but don't forget the Go pumpkins and the Go cat and bat. These would look amazing next to our new Go Halloween Medley die. It might be June, but this die debut makes it easy to get a start on your Halloween decor. We bet you have tons of great ideas already. The Go Halloween Medley die is compatible with all Go cutters, including the studio cutter, so long as you have the appropriate adapter. And remember, quilters, all of our cutters are safe and easy to use. They reduce hand and arm strain that you might experience with other cutting methods.
Remember, you can learn about these dies and all the others at AccuQuilt.com or at your local retailer. Please stick around. We're going to show you how to make the Go Fright Night pillow.
I'm so happy you wanted to learn how to make the Go Fright Night pillow. This is such a fun, easy project. You could make it in an afternoon. To start with our project, you just need a couple of things. You need the 6-inch cube. You need shape number 1, which is the square, and shape number 2, which are smaller squares. You also need our new Go Halloween Medley die. Today I'm going to show you how to cut the witch's hat. And again, it comes with the ghost and the spider. How fun is this? All right, so first of all, quilters, when you're cutting with fusible, remember how I always talk label at your belly, lengthwise grain, but once you put fusible on a fabric, you no longer have to worry about lengthwise grain. Today, I have pre-fused felt. This is such a fun fabric to cut. If you're using felt, I'm gonna tell you to just cut 1 layer at a time with that fusible on it, all right? So I'm gonna take my felt, I'm gonna just cover my little witch's hat. And remember, quilters, you don't have to cut all the shapes on the die board. If you just wanna cut witch's hats, you can just cut witch's hats. All right, here we go. All right, give it some love, get rid of that static, slide, don't lift, and perfect witch's hats. All right, and quilters, I'm using our Go Big today, but the Go Halloween Medley die is a 6x12 die, so you could use it on your Go cutter, your Go Big. You could also use it on your Go Baby or your Go Me. You could also use it on your studio cutter with the appropriate adapter. All right, the next shape I'm going to cut is die number 2, and it has multiple squares. In our project, we're going to need to cut and make 4 patches. So I'm going to put that label at my belly, lengthwise green, and we're going to cut 2 colors. I'm just going to cut them separately. Included in the packaging right here is this pattern. So be sure and refer to this pattern as you're going through making this really fun project. All right, here we go. Label at my belly, lengthwise green. Remember, we can cut up to 6 layers of cotton in one pass. So I'm for sure gonna fan fold and cut 6 layers. Love, slide, don't lift. Perfect little squares. Here we are. All right, so we have our perfect little orange squares, and now we're gonna cut our gray squares. Again, you can do 6 layers. Band fold 3 times. Give it some love, slide, don't lift. All right, there's my gray squares. Now, the last thing I need to cut are larger squares. So this is die number 1, label at my belly, lengthwise green. And quilters, I've actually pre-cut my fabric, just rough cut it, so that I'm not wasting fabric. And the way that I did that was I measured the width of the shape and just added 1/4 of an inch on either side. So this is a 3.5 inch square. So I just rough cut 4-inch strips. Then I'm gonna do back and forth. Give it some love, slide, don't lift. And now we've got perfect squares. All right, quilters, let's get ready to sew the Go Fright Night pillow project. It's so fast and so easy. Now remember, quilters, that free pattern is included on the new Go Halloween Medley Die packaging. Just open it up and follow the instructions here. Remember, we're just gonna cut squares and make 4 patches and then sew them to a bigger square. So really fast, easy. You could make this project in an afternoon. All right, let's make some 4 patches. So first I'm gonna grab some of my orange squares, and then I'm gonna grab some of my gray squares. Now quilters, here's kind of the tip. I'm gonna make a lot of these. So if I were you, I would just put all the right sides together, match them up, and then just chain stitch for days. All right, here we go. I have my 1/4 inch foot on so that I get a good seam allowance. And right away, I'm just gonna put the next set in. I'm not gonna lift up my presser foot. All right. And then quilters, I would just continue making these little squares. All right, here we go. We're gonna cut them open. So now this unit, each of these units have a light and a dark. So I'm going to press to the dark side. We're quilters, that's what we do. And I'm gonna do this one the same, press to the dark side. When I put these 2 units together to make a square, because I have pressed in the opposite direction, that center seam is gonna lock and it's gonna just come together beautifully. All right, let's sew it together. All right, ta-da! Now I have a perfect 4 patch. So let me just show you real quick how it's gonna attach to the next section to make a larger unit. I'm gonna take one of my perfect squares, which was shape number 1 from the 6-inch cube. And I'm just gonna sew it to that 4 patch, so watch this. Alrighty. And then quilters, you would just continue to make the 4 patch and square units and sew it to this one, and then it makes a square. After you've made all of your squares, then you can take your hats and your ghosts and your spiders and applique them down to your block so it'll work perfectly. All right, quilters, that's all you need. That's all you have to do to make our Go Fright Night pillow. We'd love to see your finished projects. You can share them on our Facebook page. Also be sure and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest. I'm Pam Heller from AccuQuilt. I'm here to help you cut time so you can quilt more.